Hello everybody and welcome. Today we're doing it kind of different. I didn't record this race, but then I did so well I wish I would have. Wait for it. Yeah, there it goes. On the pace lap. And he's the pole sitter. So you gotta love it. So I ended up going on the actually the front row for the start of this race. But either way, like I said, it's supposed to be, I didn't want to record it because I didn't know how this race would go because it was my first time ever racing on this track. I don't even know this track. I've never even seen it before. It is Circuito de Navarra, I believe is how you pronounce it. Navarra. Put it in the comment section down below if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But yeah, that's what happens. The no recording. Really wish they would have, but that's why we're going back and we are doing more of a race analysis of what happened. And it was a really good race, and I hate this final corner. It is a difficult one, and that guy just took off to start the race. It had a nice battle. The entire race, I feel like, was nothing but a battle against a couple other cars and the track. It is definitely I could feel it. It's a driver's track because you have to know where braking points are. And I didn't have a lot of experience or a lot of practice. I think I only had 20 minutes of practice on this track. But this part right here is, it could never get right. At least I felt like I never could get right here. I felt that there was right there a bit of a slide. It was so hard to get the feel of the track, but I mean, I was keeping pace, which was blowing my mind at my pace. Yeah, a little bit of snap over there. I mean, there was just, I didn't know what line. I was trying to follow his line, but there were some points where I felt like I don't think he's running some of the right lines. So I was kind of making my own lines. And there were some points I was actually like on him until I was screwing up and then I fell back. Those rumble strips, those were rough. Those would really throw that back end out when I hit them when putting throttle down. See, I don't think he was carrying it wide enough into that corner to get the momentum. Like, I was all up on his rear end because I was carrying it all the way out the track, using all the track. And I was really concerned about this section because I didn't want to, I was using throttle brake at the same time to modulate things. And it was dicey at certain points, thinking I was going to lose the back end. At some point I will lose the back end. I will do a little foresight. I do like this Ferrari. This Ferrari is very forgiving. I know I've been using a lot of first gear, but I use first gear on this track as sort of the launch, as my launching out of the corner gear. I don't know if that's the right gearing. I don't really know the gearing for this track all that well, so I was just kind of experimenting, and at some points it was working, other points it was kind of, I think, fighting against me on rear grip. Yeah, there was a little wiggle there on under braking. Also, let me know in the comment section below if you like this style of the style of this video of kind of analyzing my own race after the fact. Yeah, see right here, I think he messed up and I got all up on his rear end. And I was actually better through that section than he was because I was on my brake more than him. See, I don't think he cut that corner enough onto the and that's where he lost it right there. But I didn't know where he was, so I gave it back to him because I did not want him diving in on me, since I knew that he was fighting hard for to keep that spot. Without me knowing where he's at, I was like, you can have it. In that rumble strip on that apex, lose that grip on the back end. I lost a little bit of momentum on him. And you can see from behind, I'm a 1.5 seconds ahead of third place. Of course, that's gonna fall real fast here soon. I don't know why my standings and my relative are showing gaps are completely different, unless that's the gap to first. Yeah, with being up on his tail end like that, I couldn't see the line. I couldn't see my line into that point where the cornering. So it was kind of tough. Which ended up messing me up for that last corner, which is why now I lost that gap, and that gap increased. And snap over. A little bit of a back end wanted to come around, but I caught it, luckily. You can see in the rear camera, he's catching me back there. Yeah, once again, let me know in the comment section if you find this kind of race analysis after the fact actually better than actually like when I'm racing, which and I look at it as I'm more concentrating on talking and knowing what to say while racing versus talking about it after the fact while I'm putting 100% focus into the race. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this. Yeah, the gap has grown now between first and myself. I'm trying to close it in by pushing it through here. Yeah, and I overshot that. I feel like I overshot that corner a lot. And with that gap opening up, I was trying to push even harder to close it in, and which forced me to make more mistakes, but when I'm trying to push, which is why you see that rear view camera is full of the next car behind me. I mean, I was battling him hard behind me. Yeah, I was trying to keep him behind me was extremely difficult, and that's why the gap is just increasing between myself and first, because I was trying to essentially maximize like the corners to keep him from diving in on me. And I feel like I'm overdriving that corner. I think I should cut it in sooner. I just obviously need more practice with that. Overcooked that corner. I definitely saw that. Thought that it was his opportunity to take that spot, but I think he was also kind of unsure what I was going to do, so he held back. But he was definitely hunting. I mean, look how close he is. He's on that inside, and I drove it out wider to get the better exit out, since he was taking that sharper inside corner, which means when his launch out of the corner would have been slower than mine. So I was trying to basically to pull away from him again. That little bit of twitch of the steering wheel, I had a little bit of snap over. He tried getting that inside line on me. I just wasn't having it. I was using all of the track to keep him behind me. And then he dives in. He dove it in there hard, and then that's when he takes over second. So he tried cutting me off in there, and so I dove it in. I kind of dive bombed him. And I drove it up. I wouldn't say I pushed him off track, but I definitely made it so that he had to think twice. He tried diving me right there, and I wasn't having it. At this point, I'm like driving out of my rear view camera. And once again, coming out of that corner, I tried taking a little bit wider so I can get the run out of the corner versus him taking that tighter corner, which is taking away momentum. He definitely knew this track better than I did. Here in a moment, there's a back marker is going to get involved, and it's going to be interesting. A little bit of slide, tires are a little overheating. So first place got held up, and right there behind, and you see in the rearview mirror. So that back marker actually ended up taking the rear end of that Ferrari behind me in third place out. So yes, it was luck in my favor, but it was bad luck for third place, and the way he dove in, not realizing where that back marker is going to be. Now, I don't know if I would put it 100% on the back marker, because he was holding that lane in the driver coming into the corner was cutting down in front of the back marker. So, I mean, yes, the back marker needs to be careful because faster cars are coming, but at the same time, you have, as a driver on the lead lap, you need to be aware of where that driver may or may not be. So I'm personally, I'm going to say it's a 50-50 on responsibility. Now, to a fun little fact though, and this is where I loop it, this is the final lap too. So that's the back marker that caused the other car, the third place to spin, but I still maintain second. My quick reaction on downshifting into first really saved me. I think I was already in first, honestly. It was either second, but the downshift and the reaction on the throttle helped me maintain second. So, I mean, that was just pure luck on my part. You see in the camera behind me, those are all for position that I could have lost. So I ended up only getting a 2x on this race. 2 incident points for, for anyone new to iRacing. Right now, I'm not even pushing hard. I'm just trying to maintain my tires because I know my tires are a little hot, especially from that slide. And I'm just trying to maintain second. Like right there, I wanted to slide a bit coming out of that corner. But yeah, that was the race. So these were the race results from that race. Second place, had an 84 point I rating bump, which was awesome. Plus I got also safety out of that one. Like I said, only 2 incident points. My fastest lap was a 142.968, while the guy in front of me was doing his best lap was 142.445. My average lap time was the 144.441. First place was clearly on a whole nother level, 143.758. That's a whole nother level. I was not going to catch him probably in the long run, but it was a great race, and I was happy to get second place on a track I've never raced on before. So, yeah. But if you guys enjoyed it, let me know.